Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world. Today we're diving into a report from Unicycive Therapeutics, and let me tell you, it's got a plot twist worthy of a medical drama. Except instead of saving lives, they're trying to save their stock price. In this video, we will unravel the story behind Unicycive's latest moves. We'll dissect their annual meeting results, explore a potential reverse stock split, and see what it all means for the company and its investors. Before we dive in, if you enjoy getting clear insights from corporate filings, make sure you are subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can discuss corporate filings with others. So what's this report all about? This is an 8K filing, a kind of quick update that companies send to the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, to let everyone know about important events. This one is about their annual meeting. Let's get into it. The main event was the annual meeting that Unicycive Therapeutics held in June of 2025. Basically, this is where the company's big shareholders get together to vote on important things, like who gets to be on the board of directors and other key decisions. Now, who gets to vote? Well, it's all based on how much stock you own. In this case, there were over 126 million votes up for grabs. It's worth noting that the votes are split across common stock and two types of preferred stock, Series A and Series B. How many people actually voted? It looks like almost 88.5 million votes were cast, either in person or by proxy, which is when you let someone else vote for you. That's almost 70% of all the votes that could have been cast, so it was a pretty good turnout. What did they vote on? First up, they voted on who would be on the board of directors. These are the people who helped steer the company. All four people who were up for the job got elected, so no surprises there. You can see the detailed results here. For example, Dr. Gaurav Agarwal got about 66.66 million votes for, while about 2.7 million people withheld their votes. This means people voted no or didn't support the candidate. Almost 19 million broker non-votes are registered. This means that the votes are not directly expressed by the shareholders. Next, they voted on who would be the company's independent auditor, which is basically like an accountant who checks the company's books. The shareholders agreed to keep Grassi & Co CPA's PC for the fiscal year. Again, the vote was overwhelmingly in favour, with over 87 million votes for and only about 500,000 against. Not a controversial pick, it seems. Now, this is where things get interesting. The shareholders voted on a proposal to do a reverse stock split. What is a reverse stock split? It is when a company decreases the total number of its outstanding shares. It's like taking a pizza and cutting it into fewer but larger slices. In this case, around 78 million votes were in favour of the reverse stock split and about 9.5 million votes against. So what does this all mean? Well, let's break it down. First, a reverse stock split doesn't actually change the value of the company. If you own stock in a company that does a reverse split, you will own fewer shares than you did before, but each share is worth more so that the overall value remains the same. Why do companies do them? There are a few reasons. Sometimes a company's stock price falls too low and it needs to boost it to stay listed on an exchange like the Nasdaq. In this case, Unicycive shares are trading below $1, which is not good. By doing a reverse split, they can artificially inflate the stock price. Another reason is that some investors and institutions are wary of buying penny stocks, stocks that trade for very little. Raising the stock price can make the company look more attractive and draw in more investors. The company also includes a list of exhibits which are attachments to the report. One of these exhibits is called Cover Page Interactive Data File. It's basically a computer file that contains all the information from the cover page of the filing. So what's the story here? Well, Unicycive is trying to keep its stock price up, which suggests they're facing some challenges. Reverse stock splits are not a sign of a healthy company. It's a tactic that companies use when their stock price is low. So now let's put this all together and give you my take. Unicycive is taking steps to maintain its Nasdaq listing, which shows it's concerned about its financial health. The reverse stock split is a tool they're using to prop up the share price. This doesn't inherently fix the underlying problems, but it does give them some breathing room. What are the risks? Well, a reverse stock split can sometimes scare off investors. People might see it as a sign that the company is in trouble, which could lead to even more selling pressure on the stock. On the other hand, it could attract new investors who were previously hesitant to buy a penny stock. It's a bit of a gamble. In conclusion, Unicycive is at a crossroads. The company has to make sure that the reverse stock split is just one part of a broader strategy to improve its business and increase value for shareholders. Otherwise, it's just a temporary fix. Alright, that's our breakdown of Unicycive's latest filing. What's your take on these moves? And what do they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.